What is up, retail family? It's your boy Mike coming at you from somewhere down south, visiting family. This is not financial advice. This is my own personal opinion. Before I get started, you already know what to do. You can like, subscribe, or you can just keep it scrolling. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay, now there's a couple of things I want to say. Now, first and foremost, what's going on with the AMC is absolutely amazing. Okay, it's a beautiful thing to see. Now, something that happened today within the stock market, the whole entire market was bloody red. You had the Nasdaq, the Dow, the S&P 500, all down and combined about just under, I think, 1,700 points, down 1,700 points. And here's the thing, though, and I have not seen this in quite some time. AMC, I think the last time I seen this, it was AMC and GameStop, but AMC finished the day up 3%. Again, let me repeat this. The entire market is down about 1,700 points, and AMC finished up about 3%. Now, the strength that AMC has now is pretty much diabolical. You have Toy Story reached $1 billion, Odyssey's crushing it, they're about to get to $1 billion. You're gonna have Spider-Man coming out in the next day, or actually tomorrow evening. The pre-screenings, Spider-Man's coming out. And here's the thing that I really wanted to mention and help people understand is the fact that when AMC dropped the proxy, there was no dilution, there was no reverse split. It was pretty much nothing. They're talking about 25 million shares among the board or Adam Aaron, and that's fine. It's really nothing. 25 million shares is not that big of a deal. But there was no fear in it. Over the next, or for the rest of the year, it looks like absolutely smooth sailing. Now, here's another thing, is that what AMC just did today, I have not seen it since the last time. I think it was GameStop and AMC when the market was entirely bloody red, and AMC and GameStop both finished green in a healthy way and momentum to the upside. And this was years ago. I don't know the exact date, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. It's been quite some time. I have not seen AMC do something like this since that time. And the last time it did that, there was a push to the upside. Now, I'm not saying to FOMO in. I'm not saying to do anything like this. Now, I want to talk about options really quick, because for a lot of you know that I've been talking on my last video or the videos before that, I was talking about buying some options and getting into the play. And this doesn't count the options that I already have for 2028 that I bought a long time ago, or the shares that I have that I bought when it was under $1, when it was, not positive to buy, when people were saying it was going to go to 50 cents. When it was peak fear, I bought under $1. Okay, that's not talking about those. Not talking about the June options, that I made money on. I'm not talking about those either. I'm talking about the ones that I bought a week and a half ago. Now, I was saying that before that I was going to buy some options. I was looking for a spot, and something that I didn't do is I didn't buy the options at that time, weeks ago, because I didn't like the way the market was moving. I didn't like the way AMC was moving. There's a lot of things there's a couple of unknowns. And so I pretty much just stood on sidelines. Again, don't force any positions. Don't force a trade, because that's when you end up losing money. That's when you get hurt. And one thing that I do hate is actually losing money. So I waited. I was pretty much patiently waiting. And then when there was a dip, when there was a downturn about a week and a half ago when it comes to AMC, I bought some options. Now, when I bought these options, I put a decent amount in. And if you look on X, you can see my position. I'll give an update pretty soon. When I entered my position, immediately I was up maybe close to $700, $800, $900, something like that, just under $1,000. And then there was another dip to the downside, and then I became negative. I was in the red a little bit. So what I did is, again, my belief, and I have a plan. So I ended up buying more options, which brought me, I think, between 600 and 700 options for August 21st, which is next month, and then also September. Between 600 and 700, I don't know the exact amount, but it's quite a few, quite a good dollar amount too, as well. So when I bought these options, again, having an understanding, and obviously AMC started to turn around and move to the upside. Now, the things that happen is that we have good credit rating when it comes to AMC, which is very bullish. We have the proxy that came out, which was very bullish, because they're not asking for anything from retail, essentially, right? And the market is actually, being the way it is, was actually moving up pretty decent. So AMC right now, I think it closed up today at 275, maybe down a couple cents in the after hours. But being red today, the entire market, and AMC finished green by 3%. And here's another thing. The options that I have, even today, the way it was in the downtick for AMC that we had earlier today, the recovery was fast, it was strong, and my options increased I think it was 8.3% today. Again, still a great deal amount of strength. Now, one thing that I do find very particular are, let's say, I'm not going to use the word sketchy, but you could just use whatever word you like, is the fact that usually AMC has weekly options. There's weeklies all the time. There's always been weeklies when it comes to AMC, but as of recently, there's only been monthlies. And when I bought these, the only one that I was able to buy was the monthly, which was August 21st, and the ones in September. Now they're a little more expensive, but when I tell you to buy options 3-4 months out, is because most people, they see a video and they start just throwing money at something and not understanding what they're doing. And for me, again, having a plan, even though my plan was pretty much, I was patient and just waited a couple weeks extra until I bought in about a week and a half ago. Everything is coming together perfectly. Now I believe I'm up over 100 some percent on my complete position when it comes to options of the ones that I bought a week and a half ago, and moving up nicely. Now, what I do want to see, and to be absolutely clear, what I do want to see is that tomorrow or the next couple of days, that if there's a bounce or recovery when it comes to the market in general, right? When you lose 1,700 points in the market between Nasdaq Dow and the S&P 500, there's usually some type of recovery. It's not going to stay flat, or is going to continuation to the downside. So if there's a type of recovery, I think that helps AMC, especially with the strength that it has now. With helping AMC, I do see us moving past $3. Now, moving above $3, whether it's this week or if it's next week, sooner the better. But if we get past a certain point on $3 and there's momentum, the market's recovering, I think we could see $4 pretty quick, or maybe 380, somewhere in that area, pretty damn fast. Maybe before next Friday. And that's something I'm looking for. That's the plan I have. Spider-Man's coming out, the momentum, the excitement. I'm going to probably go see it a couple times this week. It's something that, again, having patience, having a plan, understanding what you're doing, following through with it. Just because I dropped in red for a little bit doesn't get fearful. Just because I'm up doesn't mean that it can go back down. Again, having a plan. You want to look at X and go see what one position is, that's totally fine. But the options play that I'm in right now, particularly for the last week and a half, and the one I'll probably be closing up by the end of next week, is everything's going as planned. It's phenomenal. That's all I got to say. The strength of AMC, especially after today, I'm super excited. I am pumped. I know there's a lot of people that are making money. I know that a lot of people are averaged down or have averaged down. And let me just say this before I get out of here. When there's peak fear, when people are fearful, that's when you start looking to buy. When I bought in under $1, it was peak fear. People were saying it's going to 50. It was going to be bankrupt. It was going to be delisted. And when I started seeing this narrative everywhere, it just told me one thing: it's time to buy. It's time to get back into AMC. It's time to make some money, and I find there's value in it. And one thing that I did say is that if you put $100 in AMC and you put $100 in GameStop, by the end of the year, you'll make more money in AMC than you would GameStop. And so far, that is true by a big difference. GameStop, maybe down the road, it'll be something. $2 trillion market cap is not going to happen, but somewhere down the road, it will be something. But right now, the play is AMC. Nothing more and nothing less. And if you're making money in AMC, congratulations. If you're patient on AMC, congratulations. If you're averaging down on AMC, congratulations. Now, my projection is still only to 2026. I don't know what I'm going to do after 2026. I'm still just taking it day by day, step by step, and making money along the way. Everybody have a blessed day. God bless. And I shall see everybody in the next video. But maybe around $3-4. That'd be great. $5 would even be better though. Peace.